We move on now to Speak Smart and Stand Apart. This is a small presentation by a behavioral specialist, a motivational speaker, a corporate trainer, a posh enabler, and a POXO torchbearer. This lady believes that training is the universal language of learning and changing, and the secret to overcome challenges successfully in life and to imbibe the art of numerous skills is through effective training and coaching. She's a people's person, has an affable nature, has positive attitude, and loves interacting with people. Active Rotarian, past president of the Inner Wheel organization in District 3190. She was one of the top 5 finalists in Supermom in the year 2014, has been honored with the MANTHAN-2023 Shining Star Women Achievers Award from Bangalore Education Trust in association with ISBR and ELCIA. She's a dental surgeon practicing for the last 27 years and running a multi-specialty clinic, Dazzle, the one-stop dental clinic, and has a master's diploma from the Indian Academy of Training and Development and is a lead trainer at the TSMT Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next 15 minutes, speak smart to stand apart. Please put your hands together and welcome Dr. Rupa Haryani.
Very good evening, everyone. Ellarigu namaskara. Thank you so much for that greeting. At the outset, let me tell you, it's fantastic because for me, this is the first time I'm getting to address a session at the very prestigious FKCCI. And for that, I really would love to thank President Mr. Gopal Reddy, Chair Manthan, Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh, and the entire management and committee of FKCCI. Well, friends, let me tell you, I have about 15 minutes or so to share my ideas with all of you. But let me assure you that in these 15 minutes, you will definitely have some key takeaways from my session. So, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮುಂಬರುವ 1/4 ಗಂಟೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏಕಾಗ್ರತೆಯನ್ನು ನನಗೆ ಉಡುಗೊರೆ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ. Once in a while I will be speaking in Kannada. I hope it's all right with all of you. All right. Thank you so much for that consent. So before we start off this session, friends, I would just like to interact with you. And all that I request from you is just a show of hands for the questions that I'm going to pose in front of you. Now, though this question is for the entire August audience over here, I would love my dear young friends to please participate. How many of you feel that whenever you pitch an idea to someone, or maybe you're even selling a product, or maybe you're even discussing a business plan with someone, how many of you feel that it is so essential to speak confidently and moreover to convince the party who is sitting opposite you? If you agree with me, please put up your hands. Fantastic. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you so much for your participation. With that, I welcome you to this session, Speak Smart and Stand Apart. Okay, let us take a hypothetical situation that you are doing a beautiful presentation. Can I please have the slide changer activated? Okay, so you are doing a fantastic presentation. Okay, things are going great for you. They're going great guns. For all you know, at the end of your presentation, you will get a great applause like this. There may be some people there who may be a little jealous. Oh God, why didn't this idea flash to me? But it's okay. They're all clapping for you and applauding you. And if you're really, really lucky, this can also happen. Hoo-hoo, you're getting a standing ovation, right? Fantastic for you. However, there could be another turn of events as well sometimes. So let us go back to the first. You are giving a great presentation such as this, but after a while, you notice this. Yeah? Some people are losing focus and attention on your presentation. They're feeling a little sleepy. Maybe they're holding their head and like, oh my God, when is it going to stop, right? And after some time, things further progress to this. And after a little while, at least that gentleman is, courteous towards the speaker. He's trying to keep his eyes open and trying to stay awake, while the rest of them couldn't help it at all. God forbid, sometimes, Yeah, it should not happen to anyone, God forbid, but such things can also take place if we do not connect well with the audience, right? So, my dear friends, what is the difference between a good presentation and a poor presentation? What is the actual difference? Now, so many times we think I have prepared so well, I've done all the background work, ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಆದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತು ಯಾಕೆ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಉಪ್ಪಿ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಯಾ ಸೊ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಮೀ ಟೇಕ್ ಯು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ into this. A successful presenter, you can see both of them are successful over there, they're handling themselves so confidently. They only have one secret, that's it. And that is nothing but they own this casket that you're seeing, a treasure casket. Now you must be wondering, hello, Dr. Rupa, where is the treasure, right? Well, it's coming, yeah? All that they own is just 3 diamonds. Now, if you ask me what are these 3 diamonds, well, let me show you. Only these 3 in their kitty. Excellent speaking skills, creativity in visual aids, as well as business etiquette skills. Let me tell you, ee moorunna navu kaltkondo practice madi, and if we hone our skills in these areas, it's more than enough for anyone's presentation to hit the rocket and go flying high. You will be a successful presenter. But all that we have to do is practice, practice, and practice, and make sure we prepare ourselves. So just to take you into a few of this, basically excellent speaking skills. Yeah, all of you I'm sure agree with me. You need to be excellent orators, very good at public speaking skills. Now, can someone tell me, in our young friends, what do you mean by public speaking skill? Whatever comes to your mind, in just one line. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದನೇ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಬಟ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಎಂಗೇಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ವಾಟ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್? Basically, you address, you give a speech or a presentation live in front of an audience, as is happening right now. Now, to be good, to be great at this public speaking skills, today I'm just going to tell you the 7 wonderful tips that have always worked, right? It always works for any speaker. So let's just discuss those tips and then we'll go on to the next. All right, before that, benefits of public speaking. As you can all see on the screen, definitely if you're good, you get self-confidence because you're able to convince people, as I told you. You are great at leadership skills. You are good at social connections. Now, let me tell you, my dear friends, so I am in the Rotary world. I belong to the Rotary organization. As I said, this is my first time at FKCCI. But because I'm lucky to have given a few speeches and seminars in our Rotary world, and Nagesh sir identified and he said, why don't you come and share a little bit here? So because of the public speaking skill that I've been trying to hone, I'm not saying that I'm great or I'm excellent, no. It's an entire life journey, you need to keep learning. But because of that, I got to come here and establish some more social connections with you, right? So that is what is another advantage of public speaking skill. You become very good at your leadership skills, and obviously the most important, which everybody wants at any phase of their life, is career advancement. Now, anybody has heard this word, glossophobia? Glossophobia andre enu? Anybody from that side? Yes, sir? Fantastic, sir. You have a nice sense of humor. Glosso andre tongue, right? Phobia means what? Fear, right? So the fear of speech, speech anxiety, wherein, right? Very common scenario, it happens. When they did an interview, I believe, they found that fear of speaking is the #1 fear in the world. When you interviewed 4 people, at least one person said, my God, I rather die than go and face an audience and give a talk over there. I mean, can you imagine people worry about speaking in front of an audience more than death itself? And you know what people experience? Can you tell me? I'm sure ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವ ಆಗೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. At some part in their life, I have also gone through it. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ when you get speech anxiety, when you're standing in front of the podium with the mic and the entire audience looking at you, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, but there are several pairs of eyes at you. What happens for the very first time? You freeze, right? ಆಮೇಲೆ sweating, super. Then what else? Forget, mind becomes blank, legs start trembling, so much of anxiety, physical distress, mental distress, ella agbittu, you feel like, my God, I just want to run away from here. And you know what? This happened to some of the greatest speakers. Even Warren Buffett is a victim of that. One of the greatest investors and richest people in the world, he has been a victim of glossophobia. But he made sure he learned public speaking skills and how he could influence people. You all know that. What about our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji? You all know that he was a lawyer? Yeah? He studied in London and came back. Apparently, when he went to fight his first case in the court, this is his own sayings. He said, my eyes became blur, I couldn't see anything, my legs started shivering, and he ran away from the courtroom. Apparently, he couldn't even fight his first case. But such a man who could motivate the entire nation and make sure that he convinced thousands and millions of people to oust the British from our country, you can imagine the kind of public speaking skill that he would have practiced and honed. So it is possible, it's not that it is impossible. Impossible is always, I am possible. Fantastic. So let us talk about the 7 tips. The first and the foremost. Now, I'm sure all of you would have, studied in your schools and colleges, essay competition alli. What do they say? Essay ge 3 ಭಾಗ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. There should be opening, middle ಇರಬೇಕು, closing ಇರಬೇಕು. It's exactly that. It's not some, rocket science. ಎಲ್ಲ same ಇದೆ. Everything is linked. So you should have a distinct opening of your presentation, right? You should open, how they say in Hindi, dhamakedar opening should be there. Like in movies, in like Bahubali movie, the entire starting is, dhamakedar. It should be like that. There are several ways to do it. You can see in front of you. Stories are excellent to convince the audience. You can start off with a story. You can have humor. Jokes kuda madbodu. But please, a word of discretion over here. Audience na nodi jokes na select ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ in your mind, okay? Sometimes, of course, stand-up comedians, what they do, of course, it is their area. I will not say anything against that. They use certain words which are out of decorum, and they, crack some jokes which may not go very well with the audience. But we can't afford to do that in our formal presentations. So whatever you feel comfortable with, but art of telling joke is also important. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೋಕ್ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್, ನಗ್ತಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ, ಯಾರು ನಗಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಓ ಜೋಕ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತಾ? ದ ಜೋಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಲರ್ನ್ ಟು ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆರ್ ನರೇಟ್ ದ ಜೋಕ್ ವೆಲ್. ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕೋಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. You can have questions, like how I asked you in the beginning, how many of you believe that you should convince? You can start off with a question to interact with the audience. Or you can even have facts and figures, like as I said, 75% of the people in the world suffer from speech anxiety. So any one of these ways you can choose to open your presentation, and that itself is half the battle won, the moment you're able to open with a bang. Next, I'm sure all of you are familiar with this, body language. Let your body speak with you. Let your body convey what you want to tell the audience. And how do we do that? With all this. Smile, please. Can I see the entire audience smiling? Can I see? I'm a dentist. I love to see teeth. Right? See, nobody likes a grumpy looking speaker, right? Of course, I'm not saying ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ದವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಮಾಡು. I'm not saying that. They'll think something is wrong. But when you're giving a presentation, it's nice to be pleasant-faced. Nobody likes a strict-looking speaker unless you're narrating something sad. Of course, then you have to go with the flow of the session. So smile, have eye contact with the audience. Now, if I'm standing over here and I'm just looking at one rooted spot at the AV room over there, ಬರೀ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ my contact is lost with the rest of you. There are so many techniques. How do you have eye contact with a smaller audience, with people of 50 plus or 100 plus like you? There are so many techniques which are there to have eye contact with the audience. Then you have your hand gestures. ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಲೂಸಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಲೆಟ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ, ಲೆಟ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ವೇ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್, right? Have facial expressions, especially when you narrate a story, my dear friends. Iga, when we see in the movies, they're presenting the story to us, isn't it? Imagine if Prabhas had a deadpan expression. No expression, no romantic feeling, nothing towards Tamanna Bhatia. Would we love the movie? No. We care about the expressions, the emotions, right? They are presenting the movie to us. Same way, when we present our session to the audience, we are nothing short of actors. We need to have as many facial expressions as possible. Then your handshake. You know, right? People say a handshake can make or break a deal. The right kind of handshake is also very important. And your posture, the way you walk on the stage, from place to place, everything tells how confident a speaker you are. Tip number 3, voice modulation, right? So, all of you have seen ECG? Electrocardiogram? Yeah? Mele hogote, kelgade barutte. Variations are there. That means the person is alive. Suppose, thank you. Suppose it becomes a flat line, avaga? Govinda, right? So same way, my dear friends, in our speech, now namma voice na modulate madlilla andre, if we don't take it up, take it down, especially singers will understand this. High pitch, low pitch, atara ella iruttala. If we do not vary our voice, that means our speech is gone for a 6. Gone. You lost the contact with the audience. So make sure you give preference to pitch, how you use the pace, the speed with which you speak, how you use pause. I just did that. Navella Shankar Mahadevan Allah, of course. He has sung breathless and won so many records. But we need to give a pause to take rest and also for our words to sink into the audience's mind. So use pace, pitch, pause, stress or intonation, and all the kinds of voice modulation you think is essential to win over the audience. Next, tip number 4, storytelling. Again, as I said, all of you understand that the art of storytelling is so important. People sell products through narrating stories. There are business stories which actually impact the audience. You can have your own experience, or you can draw from the life experience of other known people, or you can tell fictional stories. As long as you convey the idea, it is more than enough. Tip number 5, closing. Your presentation should close with a bang again. There should be a great climax. I don't know ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಅನುಭವ ಆಗಿದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ದ ಮೂವಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಲೈಕ್, ವಾಟ್, ದ ಮೂವಿ ಈಸ್ ಓವರ್, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಐ ಮೀನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ವಿತ್ ದ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಒಂಥರ ಅಬ್ರಪ್ಟ್ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವಿ ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೋಮ್. ದೇ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲೋಜರ್ to the presentation. They must have some key takeaways, and then they must get up from their seat and go back home. So you can close your presentation by summarization. You can again give quotations from known people. You can have an energetic kind of closure. Like you can make people clap their hands or say hi, give high five to each other. It's up to you. But you can choose one way of closing the presentation. Tip number 6, interaction with the audience. Just like how I'm trying to do with you now. So please make sure that you give value to the audience by interacting with them. You can have questions, you can have energizers, you can have icebreakers, you can have polls, quiz, etc. It's up to you. And the last tip, tip number 7, value to the audience. The content that we are giving should have some impact for the audience. At least ಒಂದು 2-3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ they must try to incorporate in their life and practice it. That is most important for a speaker. ನಾನು ಬಂದೆ, ಜನರನ್ನ ನಗಿಸ್ದೆ, ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 10 days if somebody asks, ನೀ ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ಯಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡೆ? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ರವಾ ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ರಪ್ಪ, ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. That must not be the thing, right? People should remember at least 1 or 2 points from our session. So give value to the audience through a great content, and that will happen with the 7 C's of content formation, where you need to be authentic in front of the audience, genuine. You need to be focused on your topic, not go away here and there. You need to understand the audience and give what they need, not what you want, right? You need to you need to have clarity, you need to understand the channels through which you're giving, etc., etc. So that comes to the end of the 7 tips that I wanted to share with you for public speaking skills. And the second one is visual aids, creativity skills. Friends, bari PPT matra alla visual aids. Can anyone tell me what are the other visual aids that we can use? Charts, fantastic. Thank you so much. What else? Images, okay. Short video, fantastic. Video, audio, lovely, lovely answers. Anything else? Alla, iga video, audio, you will show it on your PowerPoint presentation, right? Naan heltiradu screen bittu vere ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬಹುದು? Can use this? Yeah, whiteboard, yeah. We need to have creativity in the visual aids that we use. You can use this. Flip chart, yeah. So many times there is no provision for PowerPoint presentation at all, and that time we must be ready to use something else that is available for us at that time. You know, you can use an object for your presentation. For example, somebody is trying to pitch a travel plan, maybe a tour or something like that. I'm just saying, you can actually carry a globe. If somebody is talking about time management, you can actually take a clock and show it here and talk about the clock. So you can even use an object. There was one TED Talks where I saw one lady, she was talking about her damage to her brain and spinal cord. She actually asked the doctor, and she brought the entire brain with the spinal cord in the formalin jar, and she held it and showed it to the audience. Yeah, Bill Gates, because he wanted to talk about malaria control in the entire world, he brought a jar with malaria causing mosquitoes, Anopheles mosquitoes, and boom, he just opened it. Audience were in for a shock. And of course, people were there to spray and kill off the mosquitoes. That's a different thing. But it's like you can distract the audience. You can ask for their attention with different kinds of, creativity in visual aids. So object is one more type. And of course, we have our standard PowerPoint presentation. But friends, let me tell you, so many times we kill our speeches with usage of PowerPoint presentation. Kelloru ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ the entire speech is on the slide, on the different slides. And they will just read it out. So audience ಹಾಗೆ ಓದ್ಕೋಬೋದು ತಾನೆ? Yeah, our speech must be coming like a river in our mind constantly. We should know it like the back of our hand. Ashtu master madirbeku content na. So that is important. Use infographics, use smart tools, use only few bullet points per slide. Let us use PowerPoint presentation as only an aid and not our entire presentation. And last but not the least, friends, business etiquette skills. May I request this very pretty looking girl over here in the mauve dress, can you please read this loudly from your place? Thank you so much. Please give her a big round of applause. Dressing sense is so important. So many times in our eagerness to make the content well, to make the PowerPoint presentation well, we forget the most important thing, that people are going to be looking at us. We need to do power dressing. Image, first impression is so important, right? People judge you just like that. In a few seconds, they judge you. So power dressing and having that great first impression, they say, right, you never get a second chance at making that first impression. That is so important. Of course, I'm sure the guys will agree, even when you're going for a date, that's the same thing. But however, it is the same thing here as well. So I've just put in a few photos here. Of course, we have a lot of things in creating image. We have business formals, we have business casuals. Of course, it's another entire ocean by itself. What I would just like to tell you is, please give importance to your attire. Yeah, dress according to the situation. Grooming, to project a very neat and tidy appearance of ourselves. Especially the men, if you are clean shaven, that's fine. But suppose you're sporting a mustache, if you're sporting a beard, we must always make sure that it is well trimmed and very tidy and neat. And of course, the ladies can style their hair as they want according to the situation. And accessories. even the shoes, the watch, the ring, the jewelry, whatever we wear, less is more when it comes to business etiquette skills. That is something we need to take care of. We can't be like a Christmas tree, right, with so many things on us. Most important, friends, body odor. We're all human beings. Irrespective of the number of times we shower, we are going to sweat. There will be body odor emanating. But it's so simple. Make sure that you keep a deo and a perfume. Both of them are different, you know that. Both of them handy in your car, in your bike, on your purse. And please make sure that our unpleasantness should not be a cause for someone else's discomfort. And because I'm a dentist, I'm telling you this. One of the most common phenomenon, people start going away from you, mouth smell, what we call as halitosis. So it's so important. I'm not promoting my clinic, but I'm just telling you, it's so important. Please go to a dentist once in 6 months for a checkup, once in a year for a mandatory cleaning of your gums and teeth. And that's more than enough to make sure that we do not embarrass ourselves from. I always keep a spray with me. It's there even now in my purse, just for any embarrassing moment, just to have a mint spray and you're fresh to go, right? And friends, most important, punctuality, yeah? Time is very important. You've given someone time for the presentation and you reach late. It is unfair. Also, courtesy, the number of thank yous and the pleases and kindly, the I'm sorry, my apologies, whatever. All those things are very important. Empathy. Sahanubhuti alla, anubhuti. When we feel for the other person sitting opposite us, that is empathy. And finally, your emotional intelligence. ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾವನೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ನಮಗೆ ಅರಿವಳಿಕೆ ಇರೋದು, ದಿಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ for your new business plan or whatever you're pitching. It's so important to understand intelligently about their emotions. So having said all this, my dear friends, just want to tell you, please make your presentation memorable, understandable, and most importantly, emotional. You need to connect with the audience. That's the crux of this entire thing. Thank you so much for listening to me. And if you, thank you so much. And if you have any more queries, we do have our TSMT Academy, and the CEO is Dr. Samir Haryani. His phone number and the email ID is given over there. We run master classes such as these, Star Speaker, Train the Trainer, as well as ACE Accountant and Lucrative Leadership, which has N number of leadership skills under it. So if you're interested, anytime you want to drop in or you want to even buzz, please do so. Thank you so much for listening to me, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rupa Haryani. By the way, that's me. Dr. Samir Haryani is standing right here in front of you, so she gave the cue for me to enter. Well, thank you for Speak Smart and Stand Apart. Well, we move on to the next cultural presentation. Before I read out the performance or the prelude to the performance, this cultural session is brought to us courtesy Seshadripuram First Grade College, Yelahanka, Newtown, Bengaluru, which is showcasing the creative and constructive expressions of our students in an environment of holistic development. SFGC Spurti Cultural Forum is the program for bringing about a fine balance between academic excellence and artistic creation. The cultural kaleidoscope of our nation, in all its myriad hues, finds expression on the Spurti platform, enlivened by students from across the nation, as you're witnessing right now. The world being a global village now, SFGC Spurti also showcases the cultural articulations of students from several other countries. The fest provides a platform for our cultural diversity. Close to 50 competitions are held, providing students with avenues to express every talent. So let's have a round of applause for Seshadripuram First Grade College, Yelahanka, Newtown. So from there, we move on to Pratishta's next performance. And this is Rasika Priya Jatiswara. Jatiswaram is a part of Nritta in a Bharatnatyam recital. It is executed to the tune of a combination of swaras set to a particular raga, that is a melody, and tala, which is a cycle of beats. This particular choreography also contains karanas from Natya Shastra. Rasika Priya Jatiswaram, composed by Padma Shri Lalgudi G. Jayaraman and choreographed by Guru Vidya Srimati Shama Krishna. Please welcome back on stage Pratishtha, ladies and gentlemen.
Pada
Thank you so much, Pratishtha, for once again enlightening us with your performance. Well, Sheshadipuram First Grade College, Yalanka, Newtown, Bengaluru continues to bring culture into Manthan 2023. We move on to one more performer from their college, and that is Akanksha Mittal, who was once a journalist but now has taken Kathak as her passion. She's been learning the same for the last 8 years with Srimati Nandini Mehta and Sri Murli Kalva Kalva. She completed her Madhyam Purna exams with Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalaya. She has also performed at the prestigious Kalanandam program. The piece that she will perform for us now is a jhula depicting Radha and Krishna set in the gardens of Vrindavan. It's one of the popular choreographies of Dr. Maya Rao. Shifali has been learning Kathak under the tutelage of Nandini Mehta and Murli Mohan, and she holds an MBA degree in finance and works as a financial analyst with a multinational investment bank. Shifali will be presenting a tarana in Rag Darbari set to Teen Tal. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands for Akanksha Mittal and Shifali.
झूलत राधे नवल किशोर, झूलत राधे नवल किशोर, झूलत राधे नवल किशोर, झूलत राधे। जडित मणि दोऊ खंबराजित, जडित मणि दोऊ खंबराजित, झोंके देत झकोर, झूलत राधे नवल किशोर, झूलत राधे। घेर घन गहरात बादल, घटा उठी घन घोर, घेरी घन गहरात बादल, घटा उठी घन घोर। पवन मंद सुगंध शीतल, पवन मंद सुगंध शीतल, बरस रहे चहु और, झूलत राधे नवल किशोर, झूलत राधे। इत मुकुट छवि उत चंद्रिका, इत श्याम उत तन गोर, इत मुकुट छवि उत चंद्रिका, इत श्याम उत तन गोर। मनहु घन पर तडित चमकत, मनहु घन पर तडित चमकत, देख नाचत मोर। मनहु घन पर तड़ित चमकत देखना चत मोर झूलत राधे नवल किशोर झूलत राधे। ब्रह्मा शिव सनकादि नारद करत जय जयकार। ब्रह्मा शिव सनकादि नारद करत जय जयकार। बिंदादीन पे कृपा करो प्रभु, बिंदादीन पे कृपा करो प्रभु, यही मांगे कर जोर झूलत राधे नवल किशोर झूलत राधे नवल किशोर झूलत राधे।
दिग दिग तर तर थे तर तर थे तर तर थे तर तर दिग धा दिग 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 धा दिग दिग तर तर थे का tick da dick dick tick da dick dick da da hey tick da dick dick tick da dick dick da da hey tick da dick dick tick da dick dick da da hey
ode tanana tanana dire na dhimta ode tanana tanana dire na dhimta ode tanana tanana dire na dhimta ode tanana tanana dire na na dhimta ode tanana tanana dire 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 na dhimta na dire dhim tom dire dire ta dhim dhim ta dire na tum ode tanana tanana dire na ode tanana tanana dire na dhimta ode tanana tanana dire na dhimta ode tanana tanana dire na dhimta ode tanana tanana dire yalali yalali yalala yalayal yalali yalali yalalom yalayal ode tanana tada dhim dhim tanana ode tanana tada dhim dhim tanana bhagita taka dhum kita taka krantha krantha tada krantha tada tada re dhani
krantha krantha krantha
Thank you so much, Shefali, and thank you earlier as well, Akanksha Mittal, for those wonderful performances, bringing in true culture and bringing in so much heritage, value, and innovation to the 15th edition of FKCCI's Manthan. This is Dr. Samir Haryani, your MC for the evening, formally welcoming you to Manthan, the 15th edition from FKCCI. As you can see, it is the Innovation and Business Plan Presentation 2023 and a business plan competition, which you're going to see the fruits and the results this evening. While they set up the stage, it gives me immense pleasure to invite on stage the head of FKCCI for this year, our president, who I will introduce in just a few lines because all of you know this renowned gentleman who's going to come up and officially welcome us and set the tone for with the presidential address for Manthan 2023. Please put your hands together as I introduce Shri B.V. Gopal Reddy, who took charge as President of Federation of Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industry on the 29th of September 2022 at the 105th AGM for the year 22-23. He's the President of Marshall Motors Private Limited, which is an authorized Volvo car dealer. He's also involved in his family business, which is established in 1933 and is a partner in B. Munireddy and Company. He's the managing trustee of B. Munireddy Charitable Trust. Under his leadership, many new innovations and rejuvenations have taken place. One of the notable ones are the number of lakes that were rejuvenated under his leadership. In his efforts, he brought in the removing of APMC cess and GST on food grains and pulses. He's a senior leader in the FKCCI for the last 2 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome President Shri B.V. Gopal Reddy. It also gives me immense pleasure in welcoming on stage the chairman of Manthan 2023, Rotary Jagatadalle illandre namma Rotary Vishwadalle erade shabda, only 2 words describe this man, and that is world class. So it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming and inviting on stage a self-made industrialist, educationist, and multifaceted social activist. He was in the Indian Air Force under the Short Service Commission as pilot officer and was promoted as pilot lieutenant. 3 qualities were instilled in him. There was commitment and dedication. And of course, as I said, these are world-class qualities because he served his time with the discipline, commitment, and dedication that the Short Service Air Force Commission taught him. He ran a detective and security services agency and was a leading player with more than 10,000 security and personnel catering to more than 100 clients. The unique Skill Development Academy now eradicates growing unemployment, and it is to train the rural youth. In the Rotary district, he achieved the world #1 status. I don't even need to look at my script for this, because he was #1 in the world in the membership growth, in the youth growth, in contribution to the foundation, and bringing this district of Bengaluru and surrounding revenue districts for the first time in the history of 115 years of Rotary at that time as world #1. So a small time like Bengaluru was made world #1. Please put your hands together and welcome on stage the chairman of MANTHAN-2023, Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us Shri Ramesh Chandra Lahoti, the president-elect of FKCCI, and it gives me immense pleasure in inviting him on stage. Shri Ramesh Chandra Lahoti has taken charge as Senior Vice President of the FKCCI on 30th September for the year 2023, and he has served as Vice President in the year 21-22. He's a senior member of FKCCI who's actively involved as Chairman of APMC and Internal Trade and other committees involved in the trade at FKCCI. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome the President-elect of FKCCI, Shri Ramesh Chandra Lahoti. Our next applause and invite is to the Vice President of FKCCI, Shri M.G. Balakrishna, the Vice President of FKCCI for the year 22-23. He has served actively in various capacities for the last 12 years and has been the chairman of various subcommittees such as International Affairs and Coordination, Exhibitions and Green Summit, CSR Committee, and Membership Development Committee. He's a recipient of several national and state awards, just to name a few: Udyog Ratna Award, Indira Priyadarshini Award, Indo-Nepal Business Award, Karnataka State Award, Business Tycoon Award, and so many more. He's serving in many other associations apart from the FKCCI, and he has to his credit an entrepreneurial record. He's the first generation entrepreneur since 1989 with diverse interests in LPG bottling and distribution, manufacture of cylinders and pressure vessels, retail outlet for petroleum products, third-party inspection approved by Government of India, and various many more. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome the Vice President of FKCCI, Shri M.G. Balakrishna. Well, not too far in the near past or future, as you can say, it gives me immense pleasure to invite the immediate past President of the FKCCI, Shri Dr. C.A. I.S. Prasad, who is the immediate past President for 22-23, which means he was the past President or President in 21-22. And he's a native of Denkani Kota, born in the year 1957 to proud parents, Shri Melamba and Shri I.G. Sundarama. He did his schooling in government school, but just look at his accomplishments. Today, he's one of the most renowned chartered accountants for the last 4 decades in the name of I.S. Prasad and Company, and every day he spends 2 to 3 hours serving the community in medical relief, education and empowerment of young generation, and trade and industry for the last 2 decades. He has presented many papers in bank audits, taxation and service tax at the study circle meeting and seminars. He has an opportunity to serve on many autonomous bodies, and he has held the top positions in educational, medical, social, and professional organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the immediate past President of FKCCI, Dr. C.A. I.S. Prasad. We have 2 eminent grand jury members with us here today. We have a round of applause to welcome Shri Madan Padki. He is going to be addressing us later. Can we have a round of applause for Madan Padki, sir? He's the founder and CEO of OneBridge, co-founder and managing trustee, Head Held High Foundation, co-founder Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship, President Thai Bangalore Strategic Advisor UNICEF India, co-convener Karnataka Skills and Entrepreneurship Task Force, Government of Karnataka, co-founder Merit Track Services, acquired by Manipal Education. Ladies and gentlemen, Madan Padki amidst us, please. Shri Prashant Prakash couldn't join us today. He has excused himself. We also have Sri Suresh Narsimha, who's going to be addressing us today, a member of the grand jury. A welcome to Sri Suresh Narsimha. A round of applause, please. So I will introduce him when his turn comes up. And we also have the coordinator of Manthan 2023, Sri H.A. Kiran. Can we have a round of applause as we welcome Sri H.A. Kiran onto the stage? A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all these distinguished and esteemed and distinguished gentlemen who are on the stage here with us, and they will take forward the program Manthan 2023 for this evening, where you're going to witness the prize distribution of all the achievers from the various applications that were given to the jury and went through the multiple levels of, scrutinization and recognition. But right now, for the presidential address and the welcome, please put your hands together and welcome Shri B.V. Gopal Reddy, the President of FKCCI.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ರಮೇಶ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಲವಾಟಿ, President-elect, M.G. Balakrishna, Senior Vice President-elect, Dr. C.A.I.S. Prasad, Immediate Past Friend and Advisor Manthan 2023, K.P. Nagesh, Chairman Manthan Committee, Co-Chairman Kiran H.A.K. and Sri Madan Padaki, President TAI, Member Grand Jury Committee Manthan 2023, Sri Ravi Gururaj, Founder CEO of QuickPod, Member Grand Jury Committee Manthan 2023, Sri Suresh Narsimhan, Managing Director, Co-Create Ventures, Member Grand Jury Committee Manthan 2023, past presidents, MC members and members of FKCCI, participating students, mentors, representatives from business community, ladies and gentlemen. To give an introduction about Manthan, we are holding it for 15th year since it was inaugurated by renowned scientist and former President of India, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Manthan is a platform for young students to present their business plans, and process of preparing and conceiving the plans are also enabled by FKCCI through awareness programs. Monitoring sessions, it is one of our incentive to encourage and ignite your minds and unleash the intellectual potential in them. By doing so, we are helping to add to the country's resource capital. It is also in line with APJ Abdul Kalam vision for the country, who always emphasize on self-employment and job creation. For a country the size of India, we need to do more on creating jobs through self-employment, as a government alone cannot provide jobs for the population like ours. That is why Manthan 2023 can also be described as a part of a national movement. I will not go into the great details about Manthan, as there will be a presentation later by the chairman of Manthan Committee. Friends, the youngsters today have a lot of opportunities to come up in life and realize their dreams. All they need is to encourage them, guide them, and handhold them. This mentoring is what is done by FKCCI, and we are sure that the business plans developed by them will make a visible impact on the market. I know that my young friends are eagerly awaiting to hear the announcement of the winners among the participants of the Manthan. So I do not want to delay the announcement and anymore. I would like to end with an appeal to my young friends not to fear and chase their dreams. Success may be late in coming, and there will be a lot of self-doubts along the way. But do not waver from your path. The victory will be yours, for which, let me emphasize once again, FKCCI always be beside you as your mentor and as your friend and guide. Thank you all. I once again extending a warm welcome to all our chief guests, dignitaries, Team FKCCI, participating students, and representatives from business community. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, Mr. B.V. Gopal Reddy, for that presidential address and official welcome. May I now invite the dignitaries to please step forward and light the official and divine lamp to bring bright light and blessings of the Almighty. Can we have the lamp lighting music, please? The AV console on top. And may I invite our backstage team to bring the Deepa to light the lamp. But to brief us a bit more about MANTHAN-2023, please welcome Chairman, Flight Lieutenant K.P. Nagesh.
Respected President B.V. Gopal Reddy and other dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, respected past presidents, invitees, guests, jury members, and my dear students. Once again, a warm welcome to each one of you for this wonderful and historical Manthan edition 15 of this FKCCI. Friends, Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industries is contributing a lot to the community through a lot of programs and activities for more than 100 years. One such flagship program, Manthan, is connecting the young minds of Karnataka, getting the best out of their business plans, and also supporting them to excel through their ideas to make this a successful business plan. Last year, under the leadership of I.S. Prasad, FKCCI has went across South India. This year, our president has told us, let us focus Namma Karnataka. That's where our team is restricted to Karnataka. And we're able to mobilize around 278 team across Karnataka, consisting around 800 plus aspirants from 80 different institutions. The journey started almost 1 year back with the initiation of getting these proposals, then shortlisting, then elimination round 1, 2, 3. With that, we are just able to shortlist around 34 teams for the finals. The finals was held last week. Results are ready, but not with me. It is with the president's pocket. Anybody sweating? Temperature is very comfortable, but still somebody is sweating because results already there, but very tough to decide who is the best. Because the proposal was such a nice proposal we received this time. Each and every team come out with an excellent idea. Few teams were just lacking that presentation skill. That's why we requested Dr. Rupa Aryani to guide you and motivate you for the future. But however, friends, the Manthan activity starts with getting business plan, then comes knowledge was series of workshops, a deep dive into further workshops, and then mentoring different teams by different expertise. I would like to recognize all the juries and mentors. May I request them to rise and get a round of applause in the audience. Thank you very much for your hard work and a lot of good time you have spent without any expectation of any money or anything. That shows your care and concern. Really appreciate each one of you for that excellent time. I think you spent a lot of time. That's what made this Manthan and all this business plan very interesting. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. Friends, this Manthan program year on year is doing a lot. No doubt, our FKCCI is there to support us. However, a very good support from a lot of good sponsors, especially the Karnataka Department of Industries and Commerce, Karnataka Innovative Society, ITBT, State Bank of India, RV Institute of Management, Sesalipuram Educational Trust, then Soundarya Institute of Management, like that, lot of organizations coming forward to support this wonderful program, Manthan, with all that we are able to mobilize and raise our prize money to 1 million rupees. Maybe in the coming year, this number will go up, maybe 1.5 million, 2 million, like that. That's what is the plan. Especially our IS Prasad is being a leading chartered accountant, well connected with a lot of organizations, are mobilizing a lot of fund. I think most probably he's going to be a permanent advisor. Yeah, that's what. So that's a big amount, 3.5 crore seed money from NITE. All that is good connection of our IS Prasad. Friends, I also want to thank and appreciate our president, a cool president. He has given a free hand for this Manthan team to design the program, to conduct the activity, and to bring it to this level. Thank you, President, for that excellent leadership and encouragement. Of course, all the office bearers, and our team, ultimately, the core committee, what is there for year on year, or maybe the president or the chairman, the core committee is there. They're all immersed with this process, and they're always there to give their time. Again, thanks to, may I request all the core committee to rise exclusively and get a round of applause. They are there with a clear commitment and a lot of investment of a lot of time. These are the team friends. They are with you and taking you throughout the year. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. Friends, this Manthan program, no doubt, this business idea will come from everybody, and somebody is there to guide you. Whatever this committed team of FKCCI, with a good connection with the government and other banks and investors, is really doing great job in connecting you from the base to wherever you want to take up. In the process, not only this business plan to succeed or do whatever, end of the day, we should also follow the principles of life. With that, I just thought of quoting this one quote from this thing and want to conclude. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕೈಲಾಸ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಕ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. We have to remember these things in coming up in life. ಧರ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ದಯೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಅರಿವು ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ಆಚಾರ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಅಧಿಕಾರ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ಅಭಿಮಾನ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಆಸ್ತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. Please, youngsters, make a note of this. Almost people after 50, they start mentioning about this. Better you know at the early stage. ಹಣ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ಗುಣ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಮನೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ಮನಸ್ಸು ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ವಿದ್ಯೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ಅನುಭವ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. 100 ಕೋಟಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಎಸ್, ಗಿವ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪ್ಲಾಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀಡುವ ಬಹುಮಾನ ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಬಹುಮಾನದಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಡುವ ಭರವಸೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. Now hope of establishing yourself and coming up and making good. That's what even our Rotary year this year says, create hope in the young mind. That's what is our team has done. Friends, with this, I would like to quote one more Kannada thing. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಭೂಗೋಳ ಸೇರುವವರು ಹಲವರು. ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಭೂಗೋಳ ಸೇರುವವರು ಹಲವರು, ಆದರೆ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಸೇರುವವರು ಕೆಲವರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಂಥನ್ 15 ಫೈನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಗಾತ್ರಗಳಾದ ನೀವುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ವಿಶ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್, ಎ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್, ಕಮ್ ಅಪ್ ವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಡೂ ಗುಡ್, ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, Chairman Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh, for that really inspiring briefing of Manthan 2023. Well, I know all of you are sweating, as he said, in this comfortable air-conditioned auditorium of FKCCI. I know you're very curious, very, very tense maybe, and anxious to hear the results. But you need to wait a bit more, because while you wait and sweat it out, you're also going to be imbibing a lot of knowledge and experience from our renowned speakers that we have here today. But before we move on to the next speaker, may I please invite the dignitaries to please unveil, as per tradition, the 15th edition of the FKCCI Manthan 2023 souvenir. So can we have the release of the souvenir, please, by our dignitaries? Let's have a round of applause for the Manthan 2023 15th edition souvenir. As we move on, to tell us about his journey and navigating through the entrepreneurial landscape, we have with us another renowned motivational speaker with us, Mr. Manu J. Nair. A few words before I invite him on stage. Manu is a mechanical engineer with an unwavering passion for space that has persisted since his early days. His journey in the aerospace industry began in 2019 when he formalized his training and education in astronautics. As a former executive member at Manastu Space, Manu has fostered and managed strategic partnerships with satellite manufacturers, small launch vehicle manufacturers, and nationalized space agencies from across the globe. He has introduced and commenced new technology offerings or products such as auxiliary propulsion systems, life support systems, hybrid propulsion, retro thrusters, and ascent propulsion. He was invited in 2022 to partake in the Federal Aviation Administration approved orbital spaceflight training program of the NASTAR Center, USA. He was also briefly part of the ISRO's project Gaganyaan, which was India's first human spaceflight mission and program carrying out a live project developing the waste management system for astronauts in microgravity. Now Manu is the co-founder and CEO of Ethereal X, a company founded in 2022, building the world's first reusable medium-lift launch vehicle. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we invite Mr. Manu J. Nair to present his journey about navigating through the entrepreneurial landscape.
Good evening, everyone. In the interest of time, I'll also keep it very short. I'm aware that everybody is eagerly waiting for your results. And it's my first time at the FKCCI, and I'm really thankful for this opportunity. I'm going to start off with my journey, and I'm going to summarize it, and I'm hoping that you'll have some very quick takeaways. 5 years back, if you told me that 5 years down the line I would be building the world's first fully reusable medium lift rockets, I would laugh. Right? My journey essentially began from the search for, let's say, I've always been driven towards space exploration. And it was inevitable that I had to take a path that would allow me to explore something in space. And I thought, well, what is it going to be to, be a field engineer in space, and that's going to be an astronaut, right? And that's precisely what I pursued. In 2019, I became one of the 12 people from across the globe selected for the NASA Spaceflight Opportunities Program. And thank you. And I formalized my training since then, worked with the International Institute for Astronautics, researched in atmospheric science, solar mechanics, and all of that. Never thought I would be flying a plane when I was 23 years old, pulling 6Gs. And, well, it was a very interesting time. But the entrepreneurial spirit goes back to 2018, where during my college days, there's this competition called the Hult Prize, where Bill Clinton every year releases a challenge. And it's a social entrepreneurial journey where you solve the problem using business ideas. And in 2018, the theme was affecting 25 million people in 10 years. And then it was my team. We called ourselves the Four Horsemen. We represented our country in Singapore for the global regional finals, and we were building rural healthcare systems. We also did a small pilot in Haryana, and that model evolved into now what you also see as Practo. Even Tata had taken a look at it. And the only addition was that we put in another service where the public healthcare centers and most of the CHCs also would have the ability to call in our electrical rickshaws and at demand. And one of the fundamental issues is that you have rural medical practitioners who do not have the authority to writing prescriptions in the remote parts of the village. So we solved that by introducing virtual doctor systems there. However, 1 year down the line, after we did our journey in Singapore, we figured, my passion was in space. I have no background in medical. I have no background in software. So I thought, what am I going to do after this, right? All right, we win the challenge, we run a company, and it's a great cause, yes. But is it not better if somebody who really has the background and the vision for this to lead this idea forward? And that's when I realized that if you are going to enter the entrepreneurial journey, one thing that we really have to keep in mind is that not every great idea is going to be a money-making idea, and not every money-making idea is going to be a great idea. Now, bridging the gap between these two is what is going to make you really, surf through this entrepreneurial journey. Then we dismissed the team, and then I was on my path to becoming an astronaut. Then in the US, when I was in Florida, my training was done, got invited for the FAA-approved orbital training, spaceflight training program, the one given for SpaceX astronauts. After everything was done, I came back, I was working with Manastu Space. Then I was always in touch with one of my mentors from ISRO, who had been in ISRO for more than a decade. Then we spoke about a couple of things, and we saw there was a huge gap in where we could be and where we are in terms of access to space, right? So we thought, all right, in the last 7 decades, access to space has always been a luxury. We have tried doing a lot of things. Ideally, if any specific industry is not a dedicated luxurious industry, you have 5,000 plus companies operating in it, then it's not supposed to be a luxurious industry. So then we went to grassroots, and you'd be surprised. It's the same reason why Maggie costs you 400 rupees in Leh, and the same reason why a pizza costs you 50 bucks in Alaska, why space is expensive, because getting there is an expensive affair. So we thought, how are we going to solve this problem? It's a logistics issue. So we need better transport. We need better transportation systems to get things into orbit. And that's how EtherealX was born. And I never thought I would be building a company, that I would be an entrepreneur. My pursuit has always been towards understanding space and our purpose of existence. But what I would like for you to also take away from this is that you're definitely going to build a successful business if you are really addressing a gap, and if you're really going to bring a change that is very dramatic in nature. For instance, if I was going to just build another rocket, I wouldn't be standing here today. The reason why I'm standing here today is because we are making it 35 times, or let's say 1/35th the current global launch price of per launch, the launch price per kilo. From $12,500, we are bringing it to $350 per kilo. And so we figured the fundamental, let's say, success mantra for any business to even exist is that you are not actively trying to solve a problem, but your solution to that particular problem in itself is something that or let's say the company or the fundamentals of the company is really rooted towards, or that you're passionate about. If, for example, if the competition that we won, it was a business that we designed to win the competition. And we were not really passionate towards it. And that's always going to end up in one or the other things, either the team dissipating into different activities or you selling the company. But if you're really passionate about what you're doing, and if it's genuinely making a change, and if it is a monetizable aspect, if there's a monetizable aspect to your business, then that's where it has to go. And at every stage of your, like I'm probably just a couple of years older to you, so I know where you're going to be, where you are right now, and I can very much relate. Probably I was in the same position 5 years back for the Hull Prize, 6 years back, sorry. But at every stage of your entrepreneurial journey, you're going to be faced with these two things, risk or regret, right? That's going to be your state at every point in time where you're left with the choice. One is going to be a risky one is going to be a regretful one. Always go for the risky one, and you will never regret it. So that's my advice. And I wish you guys all the best, and I hope it has been a fruitful journey for you so far. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manu Nair, for giving us that insight, if that's the right word to use, into outer space. So it's literally a telescopic vision that we all underwent. Well, we have another very inspiring address from a member of our grand jury who's going to come up here and speak to us. A few words in introduction of this engineer from NIE Mysore and an MBA from SPJIMR. He has worked with Wipro, Infosys, and Mphasis Japan before being bitten by the entrepreneurial bug in 2000 when he co-founded Meritrack. In 2011, he moved to Manipal Education to head up strategy, innovation, and international partnerships, and transitioned out in 2013. In 2009, he co-founded Head Held High Foundation, a non-profit that stands for human dignity and ending poverty in all forms. With a vision to transforming rural youth to be entrepreneurs, he founded One Bridge in 2014 as a platform that empowers rural entrepreneurs to accelerate abundance of access, choice, and convenience to rural citizens leveraging technology. In 2018, he co-founded Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship, GAME. He has been appointed as the co-convener of the Skills and Entrepreneurship Task Force set up by the government of Karnataka. He's a sought-after speaker at various conferences around the world, has shared his innovative ideas and thoughts at prestigious forums like TEDx, IIM Bangalore, TEDx Gateway, Inc. conferences, conducted various workshops and training programs, and has also been invited by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to share his ideas at the Champions of Change Conclave in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Shri Madan Padki.
Namaskara, and thank you for that kind introduction, Samir Aure. It's a delight to be here, and first of all, a huge round of applause to the entire Manthan team and, of course, to all of you. To sustain something for 15 years is not a joke. To see the 15th edition happening year on year, without fail, as a tradition of FKCCI, not just to support the entrepreneurs, but to celebrate the fact that the country needs as many entrepreneurs as all of us here, not just to create unicorns, but to create jobs. I think the biggest challenge that the country faces and the biggest opportunity that we have is how do you leverage the demographic dividend of the young population that we had. As I was sitting there, I was hoping again that how I wish I was born 20 years later, right? Seeing all the young faces and the myriad opportunities. It was not that long ago that I was there. Of course, at that point of time, I had much more hair on my head. Another advice, when you take risk, also be ready to risk losing your hair. It's bound to happen. But no regrets, as Manu lovely said it so beautifully. I think coming back to this whole aspect at TIE, where I serve as the president, we believe that the world is cleaved only into two parts. One, there are entrepreneurs, and the other part are people who support entrepreneurs, right? And eventually they are entrepreneurs themselves. So we believe that the world filled with entrepreneurs who are able to make change happen, create jobs, and make the world a much better place to live in. So delighted to be a part of this journey again. As the name suggests, Manthana or Samudra Manthana does not happen easily. I'm sure as we start churning, there will be a lot of hala or poison that will emerge. As entrepreneurs, we need to be able to drink that, somehow stay alive. You might end up being the Neelkantha by drinking that poison, but that's what we need to do. Success is not easy. To a large extent, I dislike competitions because in life there is nothing called as winner number one, winner number two, and number three. We force-fit that stack ranking. To my mind, all of you here who have participated, all the 270 teams, all the 34 finalists, all the 10 shortlisted into the finals and the 3, everybody is a winner because of 3 things. One, you showed up. You said, yes, I want to be an entrepreneur. You put in efforts. I was just glancing through, of course, as a part of the grand jury, we saw all the wonderful ideas. You dared to dream. Some of the ideas were breathtaking, and that's the power of dreaming. And third, you decided to do something about it. As Dr. Kalam said, dreams are not something that you do when you're asleep in the night, but dreams are something that keep you awake at night, right? And you made that effort, and in doing that effort, you started the Manthan, right? And I'm sure if you keep churning hard enough, long enough, Amritkal will happen, and it will come, and that's the state that we are in our country also today, right? 75 years of Manthan, and now we are saying, hey, the next 25 years is India's time. And I think it requires all of us as entrepreneurs to participate in that Manthan, to swallow that poison as it comes, but to hope for the day when we can see the Amrit, not just for us, but the nectar flowing to each and every person in this country. And that, I think, is the power that we have as India, right? We cannot just create solutions for ourselves, but I think if we create solutions for ourselves, countries across the world will benefit. I mean, look at the magic of the digital public infrastructure that's happening. What started 7 years ago as UPI, none of us even realized what the potential is, and today countries around the world are using UPI. Same with Open Network for Digital Commerce, and the same is going to happen with OCEN. So I think we are at the cusp of a very special time in history when there are massive tailwinds of technology, of youth, of entrepreneurial spirit, and of opportunities. Platforms like FKCCI, I loved what he said, what you said, Nageshji, about it's not about the competition, but it's about the hope that we are able to generate. And I think we are living in very, very hopeful times, right? And it requires each and every one of you to take that hope and convert that to a reality for everybody else. Inspired by what you said, sir, I will just end with a very 4 set of lines that I've been very inspired by Dr. D.V. Gundappa. Dr. DVG, who had penned this lovely set of verses called Mankutimana Kagga. And I believe that these 4 lines are the essence of entrepreneurship. He goes on to say, Hullagu bettadadi, manege mallige yagu, Kallagu kashtagala male vidisure, Bella sakkareyagu dina durbalarige, ಎಲ್ಲರೊಳಗೊಂದಾಗು ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ. I think that is the essence, that you be as agile as a blade of grass at the foot of a mountain. You bear and you wave with the times, and you be flexible, you be humble. You make sure that your immediate family surrounding you, which could be your employees, the startup, you give out the essence of a jasmine flower. People are happy being around you, right? Torrential rains happen every day, and in startups it happens every moment. You need to be strong as a stone to withstand the torrential rain, the hala hala. And you need to be able to spread that sweetness in everything you do to the community. And eventually you end up being one with all. And that is the essence of the entrepreneurial journey. So with that wish, I wish you all the very best. At TIE, happy to see a lot of our TIE members here. We are all here to support you. I'm sure we will work with FKCCI. All the 34 teams get a 1-year complimentary membership as a TIE student member to TIE Bangalore. We did that last year. We will extend that this year. We have a variety of mentors, events. We'll continue on this entrepreneurial journey. By the way, next year, TIE Bangalore is hosting the world's largest entrepreneurial festival. In November, it's called the TIE Global Summit. We expect about 5,000 odd global delegates to come in, about 20,000 odd entrepreneurs from across the country to come in. We're going to have a lot of fun. And my dream is, now when I go to Silicon Valley, they say, oh, you're from the Valley of the West, Valley of the East, because Bangalore is called the Silicon Valley of the East. When we go there after TGS, I want everybody to say Silicon Valley is the Bangalore of the West, right? I think that's the challenge that we have, and I look forward to working with all of you to make that dream happen. Wish you the very best. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madan ji, for your words of wisdom. How's the anxiety? Still running? Okay, how's the Josh? Hi. Announcement of prizes, Beka? Yeah, okay. Just now, Madan ji said you're all winners because you showed up and you participated. So all of you are winners. Why do we need 1, 2, 3? Beka beda, and you're all getting, 34 teams are going into a 1-year membership of TIE. But I know you've waited for this moment. So I think thoda dheel chhodte hain abhi. Now we will release a few consolation prizes. 2 sets of 3 consolation prizes coming up for you. And to announce the first 3 consolation prizes, please welcome our immediate past president, Dr. C.A. I.S. Prasad.
Good evening. Before announcing the consolation prizes, I would like to just quote, that's what been heard by Samir's wife when she talked about public speaking. Our Prime Minister of India talks about innovation is life. If there's no innovation, life is stagnant. I thought the proposal of 285 has come, supported the ISRO to reach the space to the moon. That was the expectation of the mentors and juries, and of course the office bearers. Second thing, Madan said that I have to be 20 years saying, even I feel that today all of you have been fortunate to have the Prime Minister of India, who is the world leader of G20, and 43 leaders of the great countries have been participated. And I've been seeing here the gender, like women, 33% reservation for the women, both in assembly and like even the Lok Sabha elections. I think I can see here not just the startup, Madan, or Gopal Reddy is our president. I can see here the 34 teams may be emerging, 34 MPs of different Lok Sabha, and you can bring the change of what the next generation needs. Without taking further, I think last year we had a wonderful time. I wish all of the 34 participants the best of time in the life. If you are lost or if you are not made to win here, that means you got more time to challenge and be a competitor for other winners. So I wish and congratulate all the 3 consolation prizes which they have been given me assignment. The First consolation prize in this category is Business Plan number 12, Type Sense from CMR Institute of Technology. The team members here, Mainik Sri Singh D, Navya Narayan, Rijut Menon, Snehal Jaichander. Can I ask all of you to give applause to
So the first three consolations, Business Plan 12, Type Sense from CMR Institute of Technology, CMRT. Business Plan number 30, Laser as an Energy Efficient Resource from Siddhaganga Institute of Technology, SIT. And Business Plan number 233, Puncture Sathi, SDM College of Engineering and Technology. So CMRIT, SIT and SDM College of Engineering and Technology.
the second consolation goes to the business plan number 30, Laser as an Energy Efficient Resource from Siddhaganga Institute of Technology. May I invite Tejas HS and Ritesh DJ. The third consolation from this category goes to business plan number 233, Puncture and Technology from STM College of Engineering. May I invite Sujal Sanjay Patil, Isha Jogi, Atrao Hemant Saskur and Sinchana Hirmat.
Thank you, IPP, CA Dr. I.S. Prasad. So, 3 हो गए, मूर आई तो अभी FKCCI maximum छक्का मारे. Shall we go to the next 3 and make it 6? Yes or no? So, you want 3 more? Okay, then please put your hands together and welcome the co-chairman of MANTHAN-2023, Mr. H.A. Kiran.
Hello, Namaskara. All are waiting for the next 3. I come from land of agriculture, Hasana. So now the award is going to Hasana, but just now I saw the award. Means agriculture, not for Hasana. Yeah. It is business plan number 23, Sunflower Stock Waste Management from College of Agriculture, Dharwad. Give them a big hand. Abhishek and Santosh. And there's something, a tribute to agriculture. I hope for a better agriculture. Next one is very interesting. Guess. Narikel. Business plan number 222 from Soundarya Institute of Management and Science. Lokesh, Rohit, Abhishek and Mohan. Narikel. Team Narikel, please join. Bani, bani. They are from Soundarya Institute of Management and Science. We care about environment. ಪರಿಸರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿದೆ ಈಗಿನ ಒಂದು ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ. Even the Prime Minister has given a very strong message in G20. Now, the next consolation prize goes to guess. Production of bioplastic from Annapurna Institute of Management Research, Sankeshwar. Give them a big hand. Siddhi, Yash, Rahul and Bhumika. Thank you.
Thank you, Co-Chairman, Mr. H.A. Kiran, for another 3. So 6 consolation done. Dignitaries request you to just remain here. We would like to also thank and honor, before moving to our next speaker, the invited speakers and our guests for today. So firstly, a big round of applause and thank you to Dr. Rupa Haryani to please come up, speak smart and stand apart. May I request you to please join us, and may I request the dignitaries on the dais to just present a token of appreciation and thanks to our invited speaker. Thank you so much, Rupa. May I also take the pleasure and privilege of inviting our spaceman, Mr. Manu Nair, to please come up. A round of applause. In fact, he said he's just a few years elder to you. I just realized he's the age of both our sons. So, well done, Manu. May I request the dignitaries to also thank and honor our member of Grand Jury Committee, Mr. Madan Padki. A round of applause, words of wisdom and encouragement from Madan Padki right here at Manthan 2023. Thank you, Madanji, for your address. One more is there. Okay, and we'd also like to thank our next speaker. He's going to speak next, but thank him first. Mr. Suresh Narsimha, the member of our Grand Jury Committee. May I request the dignitaries. Can the core committee members also come up for a group photo? We are going to recognize you and honor you. Should we do that now itself, Nagesh sir? Okay, so I'll just bring out the list, but the core committee members, you know who you are. So start coming up and we'll call your names. So our core team for Manthan 2023, Mr. Ankur Basin, Mr. Karthik Kittu, Ms. Shubha Ganesh, Ms. Tejashri, Mr. Shravan Gudutur, Mr. Chinmay Ananda, Mr. Jagat Iyer, Mr. Rajaram Krishnamurthy, and Mr. Deepak S. May I have the members of the core committee on stage, please? And I request the dignitaries to please also thank and felicitate them. And we can take a group photo with the dignitaries and the core committee. Thank you, Ankur, Karthik, Shubha, Tejashri, Shravan, Chinmay, Jagat, Rajaram, and Deepak. I request the dignitaries to sit down and the core committee can stand right behind for the group photo. Yeah. Thank you, Madam Tejashri. Thanks, Rajaram. Let's have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The wonderful core committee, our guests at Manthan 2023. Thank you very much, team. Keep up the great work and thanks for everything that you do. Before we move on to the next set of announcements, we would love to invite a member of our grand jury committee to share his experience and knowledge with all of you. We have with us Shri Suresh Narsimha, who's a managing partner of PESU Venture Labs and Co-Create Ventures, a technology and consumer-focused entrepreneur and investor with 15 plus years of experience. He's driven by a passion to create unicorns from universities and make brightest student entrepreneurs. He created more than 20 startups in the last 1 year, that is student startups in the last 1 year, and with 60% of the companies having girls as co-founders and many in revenue ramp-up stage. He has founded several VC-funded deep tech startups like Telebrahma, Sensara, and Monkeybox. He launched Upagna for transforming traditional businesses to unlock value and working with several family offices. He has more than 15 patents from US PTO and several awards from computer vision and communication, that is around computer vision and communication. An avid reader, a student of Indian aesthetics. Please put your hands together and welcome a member of our grand jury committee, Shri Suresh Narsimha.
Elrigu namaskara. I am glad they didn't introduce me as a guest because students irtara I can't be guest there, right? So my whole life and work revolves around the students. So, thanks that they didn't introduce. Idu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಕೆಲಸ, right? So, before announcing the final awards, asking me to speak, idu kraurya. This is not fair. But I can understand them. If they announce the prize, none of you will be here. So, so I do understand and appreciate that, though it's an unfortunate part to stand between you and the prize. But ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂಚೆ MC ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, how is the Josh ಅಂತ? How is the Josh? Hi. Okay. Very good. ಈಗ I want to just ask you one question. How many of you feel today it's okay to fail in this competition? How many of you feel it's okay to fail in the competition? Good. But why? Why you want to fail? Any answer? Pardon me? Okay. Any others? Put into practice. Yeah, that's an answer. Madan, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, I'm feeling sad that I didn't born 20 years later ಅಂತ. I can assure you we are blessed. Right? Yeah. Right? When we used to pass out, for each mark in PU, right, our consolidated marks in CET, ranks used to jump by 100. Probably in time 75 ittu. Today, even at 30,000-40,000, for each mark, the rank jumps by 400, 500. Right? That's the kind of competition that they go through. Right? So, I really feel sorry for you guys. I'm really not, I don't miss the fact that I was born 15 years earlier at all. In fact, what pains me is that you continue to take it as a competition. Madan heladru, right? You went through the hell called +2 and second PU, got into engineering, and then again went through hell of 4 years to get into your, hoping that you will get somewhere. And again, even in the entrepreneurship, if you take it as competition, God save you. Right? Please, it's not the competition, it's for you to go out and enjoy. You can become only an entrepreneur when you go out and enjoy what you are doing. Right? So please don't take it as competition. In fact, Manthan anta ide. What is Manthan? Was Manthan a competition? Samudra Manthan a competition? Results were, but Devategalu, they had to go and partner with their opponents, Rakshasru, to get to Manthan. Right? It was collaboration, it was cooperation, it was not the competition, even the Manthan. So please don't take it as competition. The reason why you should feel happy that you have failed, VC world one maatide. You are a successful VC when you find something when you find a value where others are not seeing the value. The fact that you guys have not won probably is a better chance for you to go and make it big. In fact, if you go and look at the history, not many companies, most of the companies that are successful are not the guys who went and won the competition, or who are not the guys who got their first term sheet, right, as soon as they went and pitched it. So, many times, it's good that you fail in the initial days so that you can make it really, really big, right? So, whether you fail or succeed, it's an opportunity for you. Opportunity for what? To become an entrepreneur. But the question is, why should you become an entrepreneur? Any answers from the backstage? Why should you become an entrepreneur? Generate employment. That's fine. Then, to solve the problem. Excellent. Any other reasons? Boss, it's your responsibility. Right? I want to tell you, right? Forget about this. This is your responsibility. In our dharma, right? In our dharma, if you look at our country, if you have jnana, you are supposed to go and distribute it. If you have money, Atharva Veda says you should earn from $100 and distribute it to 1,000 people. Right? If you have capability, if you have skill, it becomes your responsibility to grow it and distribute it to people. If you were lucky enough to get an idea, to get inspired, to get an idea, to come to a competition, to create a business plan and pitch it and get to the final 34 or get to 250, whatever the number is, it becomes your responsibility to go back and build your startup. The story doesn't end there. Probably it begins here, right? Is the first point that I wanted to tell you. Second point, very, very important, right? Where I want to write this one. There are many reasons why you want to become an entrepreneur. One of the reasons has to be money. I'm not saying that, I'm a VC, hardcore, this one. I'm even in my dreams, I won't suggest people not to worry about money. But the chances of you succeeding is lot higher when you love the purpose. When you love the purpose and not the idea, right? I want to give you an example, right? My team, I will take most of my entrepreneurs, all the 40 plus entrepreneurs are Hudugru, right? And those who are still in third year, fourth year, who are in 20, 21 years, they are my entrepreneurs. One of the student was building something for the agriculture, right? So he used the drone which does the some super duper technology to know where we should have fertilizer, where we should have chemicals, and then do the yield estimation, etc. I don't want to bore you with the idea. So one of the student went to field to realize that, right, it's a lot more harder, because from the health perspective, to go and service the farmers, right? But what was the purpose with which he started? He wanted to go and help the farmers, right? He wanted to help the farmers to increase their yield and improve their efficiency. That's why this guy went. And then he realized that his idea of using the drone to spray will not work out. So what he did, he came back, built the technology, he go and licensed it to other drone companies. Just a moment, right? This is what I face with almost all the startups. If he thinks his business is drones, probably he'll be out of his business today. But if you think your business is to go and help the farmers, if you have a greater purpose than just the small solution that you had, you have a lot more ability to survive and sustain and do a good work. So my request to you is, please don't fall with your idea, just love the purpose with which you have got into, and I can tell you, you will have a lot better sustainable power and lot better reasons to be an entrepreneur. Like Elru DVJ avaru heladru, and I have to use DVJ again, right? So this one. Matiyu tan satya shubhagala nava navamshagala gatiya narasuta nadeye paurusha pragati, right? If you are intelligent, if you have got an idea, right, you need to keep working on it, right? In fact, one of the inspirers for adana tirga DVJ heltara, ದಿನರಾತ್ರಿ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಘನತತ್ವ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ದಿನರಾತ್ರಿ ಮನಸೋತು ನೆನವದಿನ್ನೊಂದು ಮನ ಅಂತ. He says entrepreneurs are people who have a purpose should be like ಹನುಮಂತ, ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಅಂತಾರ. ಆಂಜನೇಯಂಗೇನು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ರಾಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ, ಬಟ್ that's what he continued to practice. That's what he continues to meditate. And just because he just followed Rama, right? Hanumanta ended up becoming bigger than Rama, right? How many temples we have for Hanumanta compared to Rama? A lot more temples for Hanumanta, right? So when you have a purpose, when you start meditating, when you think the purpose or the ideal that you have is bigger than you, great things will happen, right? That's what I request you all. Please don't stop here. In fact, there is no reason why you should stop here, right? You don't lose anything. You are still in college. If you need money, the money is available, right? So we'll be very happy to help with you. There is enough money for you. There is nothing, right? So remember just one thing. A startup can fail, but not the entrepreneur, right? You can go and look at any startup. A startup can fail, but never the entrepreneur. So why I am saying is you don't have anything to lose, right? There is no incentive for you to drop out of entrepreneurship at all. It's other way around, right? Ideally, if you have least amount of common sense, someone has to come and pressurize you to leave entrepreneurship. Though it happens other way around is a different issue. But all that I am suggesting is, I know common sense is costlier, but please apply common sense. There is no reason for you to drop out of entrepreneurship. Please stay at it, and then great things will happen to you, right? I am sure you will enjoy. And finally, one word for girls, because they did mention that a lot of my entrepreneurs are girls. I can assure you, because I work with student entrepreneurs, I have a lot better data than others. The teams that girls have started have invariably done better than other companies, right? Wherever. I can quote in terms of success, in terms of their stability, in terms of their ability to maintain the team together, girls have done extremely well. Many reasons, right? I can come back and give you many reasons, right? In fact, I am lucky that normally if you go and even talk to Thai, right, we find it very difficult to get women entrepreneurs, right, once they become 30 plus because of many reasons. But I will tell you one thing, right? For girls, for boys it's an option. For girls it's mandatory to become an entrepreneur if you want to continue to be in career, right? Because once you become an entrepreneur, once you employ 100 people, no joker will come and tell you drop out of your career because you need to take care of the family, because that's more important than your business, right? So, for me, students, for boys, it's an option, right? We'll do it because we like it. For girls, you should do it because that's the best way for you, right? With these statements, let me close my talk, and I'm as eagerly waiting as you guys are to look at the winners here. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Sri Suresh Narasimhan, for your kind words here. How are you feeling now? I stopped sweating. Are you still sweating? Yes? You want to go back to the prizes and awards announcement? Okay, one quiz question. 6 consolation prizes agoitu. Innu eshtirbodu prize? Want to hit one more 6, huh? Wow. Take a guess. How many prizes do you think you have? 4. 6 plus 4, 10 anta neevu lekka madkondu bandidira. Okay. What if I tell you that you still have 9 more chances to win? Whoa, okay. I won't tell you what those prizes are, but you will hear them as we keep announcing them. Well, we are going to be announcing the next special prize at MANTHAN-2023. Now, this prize is the Usha Nagraj Innovation Award for Best Woman Entrepreneur in memory of late Miss Usha Nagraj, who has been the mentor of the jury for Manthan for 10 years. Can we have a round of applause? And just remember the memory of Srimati Usha Nagraj. May I invite Mrs. Usha Nagraj's family to please join us on stage. And to announce these awards, I can still see Ms. Shubha Ganesh is there and Ms. Tejashri. So can we have Ms. Tejashri and Ms. Shubha Ganesh to announce? And if we have the family of late Mrs. Usha Nagraj, please join us on stage for the announcement and the presentation by the dignitaries. Over to you.
Good evening, everybody. It's my immense pleasure to be talking about Madam Usha Nagraj. As a women entrepreneur myself, I deem it my pleasure to be a part of this Manthan Forum. A quick brief about Madam Usha. Madam Usha was a person of many abilities, a national science talent scholar, a champion debater, a law college rank holder, one of the first senior officers in SBM, and she initiated and mentored the entrepreneurship outreach program. She also worked as a financial consultant to small companies and was an entrepreneur herself, running a number of successful companies. In the last decade, she suffered some health setbacks that led to her early dismiss this year. Apart from entrepreneurial activities and the support of her family, it was her participation in Manthan that kept her spirits high during this difficult period. She enjoyed every moment of her life as a Manthan jury member, and spoke to us with great enthusiasm both about the Manthan team and the young entrepreneurs whom she mentored. The dreams in their hearts became stars in her eyes. Though Usha is not with us today, her spirit will continue in Manthan, and in its entrepreneurs through this award, we are embedding in the annual Business Presentation Award. I now request Mr. Sriram, younger brother of Ms. Usha Nagraj, to share a few words with us. Thank you.
I think most of the thoughts that I had to express on this forum have been expressed by the previous speaker. And the family got together and we thought that in memory of Usha Nagraj, it would be good for us to institute this award. We thank the KFCI President, Mr. Reddy, for having accepted our request, and Mr. Bogaram and Mr. Nagraj, who helped us facilitate this process. Thank you.
So, Usha Nagaraj Innovation Award for Best Women Entrepreneur Team. I want to clarify, this is, the team has maximum number of women. That team has been considered for the prize. So, business plan number 260, Pitaya, an exotic fruit sensation from RV Institute of Management. Hari Chandana, Shri Maramella, Shreya Nagesh, G. Uday Kumar, Nikita Vinod, Kamle. All of you, please come to the stage. This is a rolling trophy with a price of 1 lakh of rupees. So, we really thank Usha Nagaraj's family for setting up this prize for the women team. Where is the dragon fruit for us?
Actually, the idea was about dragon fruit juice, and they have promised to give everyone dragon fruit juice when all of you are leaving.
Congratulations. Well, women entrepreneurship truly rules. Let's have a round of applause for women entrepreneurship. Yeah, it needs to be loud. The future of the world. So that was the special prize in memory of late Miss Usha Nagaraj for the best innovation by women entrepreneurs. We're now going to move on to the third prize, the second prize, and the first prize. And then there's more, which I'll tell you later. Just want to mention at this point that the third prize and the second prize have been sponsored by Mr. Prashant Prakash, who's a partner at Accel Partners. He's the chairman of the Vision Group for Startups by the Government of Karnataka, and he's also the advisor and chairman of the Grand Jury Committee, MANTHAN-2023. We are missing his presence here. He couldn't join us because he had to travel. So can we have a round of applause for Mr. Prashant Prakash? And thank you for sponsoring this award. Well, to announce the third prize winner, please welcome on stage member of the core committee and jury, Mr. Rajaram Krishnamurthy. Where are you, Rajaram?
Good evening and namaskara. As a jury today, listening to the industry leaders, there's a lot of takeaway for me because I come from a capital market industry, and having spent more than 2.5 decades with one of the corporates, I was a part of the VG Siddhartha team at Global Technology Venture at Coffee Day. It gives me immense pleasure to announce the third winner. As all the leaders have said, there are no winners. Don't get disheartened if you have not won. But at the same time, if you won, it is not the end of the road. It is just the beginning. So the third best business plan goes to business plan number 268, Hindustan Smart Automation Technologies. Co-founders are Avnish, Parth and Shan. Sector is energy and IoT, Internet of Things, and they are from college, Alliance University, Bangalore. Congratulations, winner.
Congratulations to business plan number 268, Hindustan Smart Automation Technologies from Alliance University. Thank you, Rajaram, for that announcement. Well, I told you that there is something special, and we're going to give you 9 prizes, not just 4 as you were calculating. So our President-elect, Mr. Ramesh Chandra Lahoti, has been kind enough to sponsor 5 consolation prizes from the list of the non-winning teams today. So can we have a round of applause for Mr. Ramesh Chandra Lahoti? So before we move on to the second and the first prize, may I please invite Mr. Ramesh Chandra Lahoti to make his remarks, and then we'll have the lucky dip in the bowl where those 24 teams who are not winning the numbers are dropped, and you may be the lucky winner. Over to you, sir. Yeah, he is willing to do that. Pick up all 24 and give it to all of them.
Yeah. Good evening to everyone. On behalf of FKCCI, my President Gopal Reddy, Senior Vice President-elect Mr. M.G. Balakrishna, IPP Dr. C.I.S. Prasad, Chairman of this committee, Captain Nagesh, Mr. Padki, Mr. Suresh Narasimha, past presidents, managing committee members, and all the dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to congratulate all the participants who wants to be an entrepreneur here. So big round of applause, you can give it to yourself. And I was, the last week when was opening remarks, when 34 finalists had assembled in this hall, and we had to choose 10 winners. At that time of moment, I just felt that from 260, these 34 teams have come to, from 260 teams, they have come to 34 teams. What about from 11 teams to 34 teams? They have also put a lot of efforts, and to make India 5 trillion economy, these my young students are going the future of India, which has been destined by our Prime Minister. So that in recognition in this tune, I spontaneously thought that though the winners are 10 are taking some for them the boost of this Sir MV award, let me also appreciate the efforts put by 11th to 34th team. So here I announce the cash prize of 50,000. It will be 10,000 each for 5 participants. It will be in the lucky drip. What, sir? Next 5. Welcome, Dr. C.I.S. Prasad is sponsoring. Give him a big hand. That is the way, I think, that is in this, we are standing in the Sir MV Memorial Hall. I appreciate his gesture, and all my young participants, please participate in larger way. Thank you.
Okay. I was going to say hum panch.
Not to disappoint any of the 34 participants, you know Madan Padki, the global academic and mass entrepreneurs and met Prime Minister of India, he doesn't want you to go back without any prize. All the 24 teams by Lucky Deep, by Ramesh Chandra Lahoti, all the 24 teams will be getting 10,000 each. So 50,000 from Lahoti sir, 50,000 from I.S. Prasad, balance is from Madan Padki. I think all of you should feel happy. That is what FKCC can make the difference in your life. Thank you.
So ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ.
Gopal Reddy will give one Volvo Benz car for each of the participants. Thank you.
Sir, ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೌಟು. All 24 done. Then they will come to know who's remaining too. We're not announcing? So may I request a round of applause for these gentlemen. They saved us the exercise, because 24 teams who do not get announced in the next 2, you're going to get a special consolation prize courtesy, as you heard. Ramesh Chandra ji, I.S. Prasad ji, Madan Padki, Gopal Reddy, all of them. So nobody is going to go back empty-handed. Can we have a round of applause for MANTHAN-2023? Okay, so this list, yeah, President.
So I'll join with my IP immediate past president and senior president-elect. I'm also announcing 50,000 on that one.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಎರಡು ಹೆಸರು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ, ನಾನು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. But to announce the second prize, which is again sponsored by Prashant Prakash, as informed to you earlier, please welcome on stage Mr. Karthik Kittu from our core committee and jury. Thank you, KK.
Check. Very warm good evening to all the dignitaries, and thank you for this opportunity. I also represent the office of the chairman of the Startup Vision Group, Government of Karnataka. I work with Sri Prashant Prakash's team as chief of staff. And, there were many aspects that we looked at, but like everyone said, some of them stood out in some ways. Don't think that this is the end, like Suresh was telling. I also remember sitting in the audience many a times and pitching to many places, and maybe the 26th time I got through. And any guesses for the second prize? How's the Josh? No, it's not high. It's very low. Josh has got down because of this announcement. But anyway, okay, let me give you a clue. This is from beyond Bengaluru, outstation, and the second prize goes to Yakshamitra from NAM Institute of Technology. Pratyak Shetty, Pranam VK, and Royston Sanctis. They are from Bengaluru. And they built this app for preserving Kannada and culture. And I think ಧರ್ಮಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. And congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Yakshamitra from NMAM Institute of Technology for bagging the second prize. Well, look at what happened. You thought it'll be 10, I thought it'll be 15, it became 34. Because even the others who are not getting, the 19 others who are not getting, got a consolation. But now, not only am I building your attention, I will request the dignitaries to again sit down for a couple of minutes. Because what the chairman said, before we announce the winner, let's celebrate the winner with a dance. Okay, so we have with us Aarti Nair, a young talented classical dancer who hails from Painkulam, a small village near Kerala, Kalamandalam, Chirutirutti, located in Thrissur district, Kerala, and is currently settled in Bengaluru. She's erudite as she holds a diploma in Kuchipudi, a graduation in psychology and a master's in performing arts and science. She's the daughter of Venugopal Nair and Preeta Venugopal, and her performance at such a tender age is an indication that Aarti is cut out for a prodigious future. She started learning dance from a very young age and has done her advanced studies in Bharatnatyam as a classical dancer under Guru late Karnataka Kalashri Dr. Shyam Prakash. To tell you about the performance, it is Pranati, an ode to Lord Nataraja describing him as Panchatanta Davamurti. On various Panchasabha sthalams, these refers to the temples of Lord Nataraja, where he performed the cosmic dance Tandava, and Pancha indicates 5, Sabhay meaning hall, and Sthala meaning place. All these temples are located in Tamil Nadu, India, and the 5 dance performances with reference to precious metals is a unique factor that they were Kali Tandava at Ratinachabai in Vada Araneshwarya temple. Sorry, my Tamil is not very good, but this is set in Rangamalika and Aditalam. It's choreographed by Acharya Srimati Deepa Narayan Sasidharan, and the original lyrics by Sri Venkat Gadepalli, music composition by Srimati Shweta Prasad, and of course, welcome on stage for the finale performance before the announcement of the winner at Manthan 2023. Please put your hands together for Aarti Nair.
आत्मा त्वं गिरिजामतिः परिचराः प्राणा शरीरं गृहम् आत्मा त्वं गिरिजामतिः परिचराः प्राणाः शरीरं गृहम् पूजाते विषयोपभोगरचना निद्रा समाधिस्ते पूजाते विषयोपभोगरचना निद्रा समाधिस्थिति सञ्चारः पदयो प्रदक्षिणविधिः स्तोत्राणि सर्वागिरो यद्यत्कर्म करोमि तत्तदखिलं शम्भो तवाराधनम् यद्यत्कर्म करोमि तत्तदखिलं शम्भो तवाराधनम् शम्भो तवाराधनम्
तत्तित्तरिकिडदं तत्तित्तरिकिडदं दां तत्तित्तरिकिडदं तै तत्तित्तरिकिडदं तत्कत्तित्तद्धं तत्तां तद्धिं तरिकिडदगतां तद्धिं तरिकिडदगते तद्धिं तरिकिडदगतत्ति तत्तरिक्ततां तत्तित्तरिकिडदं तत्कत्तित्तद्धं तत्तै तद्धिं तरिकिडदगतत्ति तत्तरिक्त तत्तित्तरिक्तत्ति तत्कत्तित्तद्धं धन्न तदत्ति तत्तरिक्ततां तत्तित्तरिकिडदं दि तत्तरिक्ततां तत्तित्तरिकिडदं तत्तरिक्ततां तत्तित्तरिकिडदं तां तत्तरिक्ततां तै तत्कद्धिक्कु तत्तित्तरिकिडदं तद्धि तत्तरिक्ततां तद्धिं तरिकिडदगदे तत्तरिक्ततां तद्धिं तरिकिडदगदत्तरिक्ततां तद्धिं तरिकिडदगदां तत्तद्धिं तरिकिडदगदे तत्कद्धिक्कु तद्धिं तरिकिडदगदद्धि तत्तरिक्त तद्धिं तरिकिडदं दि तत्तरिक्त तद्धिं तरिकिडदं तत्तरिक्त तद्धिं तरिकिडदं तत्तद्धिं तरिकिडदं तत्कद्धिक्कु तद्धिं तरिकिडदं दा
प्रणति 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 पंचतांडवमूर्ति प्रणति 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 पंचतांडवमूर्ति 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 प्रणति 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 पार्वती वल्लभ परमेश्वर प्रणति पतित पावन नीको प्रणति प्रणति पार्वती वल्लभ परमेश्वर प्रणति पतित पावन नीको प्रणति प्रणति पार्वती वल्लभ परमेश्वर प्रणति पतित पावन नीको प्रणति प्रणति हालनेत्र प्रणति पंचवक्त्र प्रणति हालनेत्र प्रणति पंचवक्त्र प्रणति पशुपति नायक प्रणति प्रणति हालनेत्र प्रणति पंचवक्त्र प्रणति पशुपति नायक प्रणति 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 पंचतांडव मूर्ति प्रणति 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 प्रणति
tum duga daga dari kita dam ta tum taka tum ta tum kita taka tum ta tum ta tum taka ta tum kita taka ta tum taka tum kita taka tum dari kita taka dinda taka tum duga daga dari kita tum ta tum taka tum ta tum kita taka tum ta tum ta tum taka ta tum kita taka ta tum ta tum taka tum kita taka tum dari kita taka dinda ta tum duga daga dari kita ta tum ta tum dari kita taka dinda taka tum duga daga dari kita ta tum taka tum kita taka tum dari kita taka dinda ta tum duga daga dari kita taka tum duga daga dari kita ta tum duga daga dari kita taka tum duga daga dari kita taka tum tat dari kita taka dam dari kita tum tat dim dari kita taka dari kita tum tat dim dari kita taka dam dari kita tum ta dim dari kita tum dari kita tum ta dim dari kita tum dari kita tum ta dim dari kita tum ta
रत्न सभलो काले तांडव मोनरिंचु वडगरण्येश्वर प्रणति प्रणति रत्न सभलो काले तांडव मोनरिंचु वडगरण्येश्वर प्रणति प्रणति रत्न सभलो काले तांडव मोनरिंचु वडगरण्ये सभनाधुड मीनाक्षी सुंदर रजत सभनाधुड संध्यतांडव मूर्ति प्रणति मीनाक्षी सुंदर रजत सभनाधुड संध्यतांडव मूर्ति प्रणति तिरुनेल्ली अप्पवै मुनि तांडवमु चेयो ताम्र सभनाधुड प्रणति तिरुनेल्ली अप्पवै मुनि तांडवमु चेयो ताम्र सभनाधुड प्रणति 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 पंचतांडव मूर्ति प्रणति 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 पंचतांडव मूर्ति प्रणति 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 चित्रसभवेदिकं त्रिपुरताण्डवमाडु कुट्टालनाथुड प्रणति प्रणति चित्रसभवेदिकं त्रिपुरताण्डवमाडु कुट्टालनाथुड प्रणति प्रणति गजदिशलपदरवळि ध्वनियं भजेसे भवतापहरणीकु प्रणति प्रणति गजदिशलपदरवळि ध्वनियं भजेसे भवतापहरणीकु प्रणति प्रणति चित्रसभवेदिकं त्रिपुरताण्डवमाडु कुट्टालनाथुड प्रणति प्रणति गजदिशलपदरवळि ध्वनियं भजेसे भवतापहरणीकु प्रणति 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 प्रणति
Thank you so much, Aarti Nair, for that finale performance to celebrate the winner of Manthan 2023. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there were all special announcements during the Manthan prizes, but there is one more wonderful announcement. All of you see this commemorative umbrella right in front. It's been all over the auditorium. Well, let me tell you, the committee has announced, and everybody who's left already knows, that each and every person in this auditorium will get one umbrella and a sweet box. So when you're exiting the auditorium, at the registration desk, make sure you collect your umbrella and also the sweet box that is there from the... and your certificate, participation certificate as well, which is right outside. Okay, this is only for students. Oh, I thought I'll be taking one umbrella and one sweet. Chairman is saying everybody. Everybody in the auditorium. No certificate for us, but umbrella and sweet box. Male idre, sweet tinkondu aramagi nadkondu. Okay, so we need to thank a few people who have made this event the success that it is. So before the first prize winner, firstly, may I invite back the dignitaries and the invited guests on stage, please. A big round of applause as we honor and thank the man. I said he's a world-class man. Well, he deserves a world-class applause and a recognition. The chairman of Manthan 2023, Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh, a special honor from the committee and the team here. May I request all of you to please applaud KP Nagesh, the chairman of this event, and may I request the dignitaries on stage to please present. Core committee members, you can join us on stage, please. The core committee members, please come up. Team Core Committee Manthan. Please be on stage during the honoring and also the announcement of the winner. Okay, we had a lot of sponsors, mentors, jury members without whom this wouldn't have been possible. Now many are here, many are not here. So just keeping in mind the time, I'm going to keep calling the names. Whoever is here, please come up and get recognized by our dignitaries and office bearers who are on stage. So for the sponsors, a big thank you to the following. Firstly, Messrs. Sheshadripuram Educational Trust for the wonderful cultural performance. There have been performances right from the start of the program. It was supposed to be 3, but they waited and they have done their final performance close to 7:30. So can we have somebody from Sheshadripuram Educational Trust? I know they're outside, if somebody can call them. But a big thank you to our other sponsors, the Department of Industries and Commerce, Government of Karnataka, if we have a representative. Karnataka Innovation Technology Society, KTech, Department of Electronics, IT, BT, and ST, Government of Karnataka. If you have a representative, thank you so much. Messrs. Co-Create Ventures. Anybody from Co-Create Ventures, please come up and get recognized. Sheshadripuram Educational Trust, please come up. Okay, Co-Create Ventures. We have Mr. Suresh Narasimha right there. Thank you, sir, for everything. Messrs. State Bank of India, Sheshadripuram Educational Trust, please. Thank you for being a sponsor and for the performances. Messrs. RV Institute of Management. Do we have anybody from RV Institute of Management? Please come up. Okay, round of applause there for RV Institute. Saundarya Institute of Management and Science. Anybody from Messrs. Saundarya Institute of Management and Science? So a big round of applause. These were our sponsors and partners for the event Manthan 2023. Thank you so much. We now move to the jury. Okay, no problem. We have RV, we have Co-Create, we have Sheshadripuram, we have Saundarya. Okay, we move to the jury list. May I request the jury members who are here to please come up on stage. I'm going to call all the names. If you're here, please join us on stage and get recognized. CA Gururaj, CA Sandhya P. Nagar, Dr. Ravi Shankar, Dr. C.V. Kamath, Dr. Ajit K. Pillai, Mr. Abhijit Merve, CA Arjun Vardaraj, Mr. Ashok G, Mr. Ashwin V.S., Mr. Biju Nair, Mr. Dipendu Biswas, Mr. Natraj V.R., Mr. Venkat Sham, Mr. Venu Gopal, Mr. Avijit Guha, Mr. Pradeep S., Mr. Ramesh Shivana, Mr. Subramanya Sivam R., Mr. Venkatesh S.V., Ms. Kanchan Dwivedi, Ms. Sandhya Vasudevan, Ms. Ayushri, Ms. Harshada Joshi, Ms. Rupam Nayak, Ms. Srinija, Ms. Yamuna Shastri, Mr. Umesh Joshi, Mr. Ashok Meda, Mr. Jaikrishnan M, Mr. Nagraj B, Dr. P.M. Radhakrishna, Ms. Deepasri Prabhakar, and Dr. C. Manohar. A round of applause for all the juries, please. The jury members. Thank you, jury members. And that's a capture in the memory of a photograph for all the jury members. Yeah, I'm right here. I'll come in front. He said youngsters, so my ears lit up that time. Okay, thank you to the jury. A big thank you next now for the mentors. Can we have on stage with us Miss Shilpa Kiranji, Dr. H.E. Shashidhar, Dr. Jagannath, Mr. Manpreet Singh, Mr. C.M. Machaya, Mr. Devdasan Kizapat, Mr. Sivaram Kupuchi, Mr. Sumant Kumar, Mr. Tapan Kumar Das, Mr. Vishwanath B.R., Rotarian Umesh Chikumat, Miss Leelavati, Dr. Kumar Kenchegowda, Miss Himanshi Singh, Mr. Madhusudan Mendu, Mr. Shekhar Hariharan, Mr. Solomon Devraj, Mr. D. Suresh Kumar, Mr. Manoj Rammurthy, Miss Asita Devangi, and Mr. Ravi Kumar A.S. So the last two also are Rotarian. All Rotarians only here, I tell you. Round of applause for our mentors, please. Thank you to our mentors and thank you for not being tormentors. This slot, no youngsters. That was only earlier. Okay, we have two of our grand jury members who are already part of the dignitaries today. We have Mr. Madan Padki and Mr. Suresh Narasimha, who we have recognized. But we'd also like to mention the other grand jury committee, and we can have a round of applause for them. Shri Prashant Prakash, the partner Excel Partners, Chairman Vision Group Startups, Government of Karnataka, and Chairman Grand Jury Committee. May I request Mr. Suresh Narasimha to please collect this on his behalf? He's not here. We also have Dr. Bhanumurthy, who's part of the Grand Jury Committee, Shri B.V. Naidu, part of the Grand Jury Committee, and Shri Ravi Gururaj, founder CEO of QuickPod, is the member of the Grand Jury Committee. And of course, Madan Padki and Suresh Narasimha already with us. Thank you, Grand Jury Committee members. Can we have a round of applause for the Grand Jury Committee? Okay, dignitaries on stage, office bearers on stage, jury recognized, sponsors recognized, mentors recognized, Grand Jury recognized, chairman recognized, I am recognized. Kaun bacha? Bacha kaun? Yeah, so thank you. We need to applaud the performers. From 3 o'clock, they have been ready and waiting, and they are still here. All the performers from the Sheshadripuram First Grade College, Yelahanka, Newtown, Bengaluru. Thank you so much to our performers. So I think what Madan Padki said came true. Everybody is a winner here because nobody is going home empty-handed as announced by the committee of FKCCI. Correct? But there is a number one prize. And I think it's time we announce it. Do you agree or thoda aur wait kar le? One more dance? Okay, how about a coffee tea break? High tea beda or late tea beda? Coffee break, huh? Stage mele? Okay, suspense beda. Guesses adella yenu beda? Okay. Can we now have our core committee and jury member, Ankur Basin? He's also been waiting. Oh, he's right here. Come, Ankur. It's your privilege to announce the winner at MANTHAN-2023, the first prize.
While I open this up, Suresh spoke so well, and when he mentioned that, it's okay to lose here, I was preparing to come and tell that I have been coming to Manthan for 15 years and I have not won any prize, so, it's okay. But I didn't know that, the dignitaries on the stage were planning to play Shark Tank. No wonder the umbrellas are there because the prizes are raining today. So, any guesses for the first prize? Well, that could be an option. What else? Okay. So, it's no surprise. Last few years, we have been seeing this particular sector dominate. We have seen some amazing presentations from this sector. The sector is Agri. The winner of the 15th edition of Manthan 2023 is team number 8, Power Booster for Plant to Prevent Root Rot Diseases from College of Agricultural Sciences, Bengaluru. Power Booster for Plant to Prevent Root Rot Diseases from College of Agricultural Sciences, Bengaluru. Please put your hands together for the winners of Manthan 2023.
So round of applause to business plan number 8, Power Booster for Plant to Prevent Root Rot Diseases from College of Agricultural Sciences, Bengaluru. The applause was very dhila, so I want a louder one now. Congratulations to the winners of Manthan 2023 and
the person who has been keeping us all electrified, may I request the dignitaries to honor the MC of the day, Dr. Sameer Haryani.
Thank you. Now the applause has to go in.
And while you keep putting your hands together, may I request you to put your hands together for the wonderful staff, Mr. Nagaraj and Daksha, whom you all have been coordinating for the backbone behind us.
Thank you so much for the honor and thank you for your patience, but we need to officially express our thanks to everybody involved in this. May I please invite on stage the Vice President of FKCCI, Shri M.G. Balakrishna, for the official expression of thanks. So you heard that, there's a team behind this. You saw core team, you saw jury, you saw mentors, but there are some unsung heroes and hidden faces who I was seeing backstage, but you may not have seen in the forefront. Let's have a round of applause for Nagaraju and Daksha, who have been very, very strong support to Manthan 2023, right there from day one and right now, right at the back. Thank you.
Sri B.V. Gopal Reddy, President FKCCI, Mr. Ramesh Chandra Lahoti, President-elect FKCCI, Dr. C.A. I.S. Prasad, Immediate Past President and Advisor, Manthan 2023, Flight Lieutenant K.P. Nagesh, Chairman, Manthan 2023, Sri Madan Padki, President TAI, Member, Grand Jury Committee, Manthan 2023, Sri Suresh Narsimha, Managing Partner, Co-Create Venture, Member, Grand Jury Committee, Manthan 2023, Past President, MC members of FKCCI, friends from corporate sector, deans and professors of the engineering management and other institutions, dear students and invitees, dear sponsors, friends from print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. It is indeed my proud privilege to propose a very hearty vote thanks at the end of this flagship event of FKCCI Manthan 2023. We are indeed honored to have Sri Madan Padki and Sri Suresh Narsimhan, who are indeed honored to here, who blessed the young students and encouraged them to strengthen their intellect and entrepreneurial abilities. Sir, we thank you immensely for your valuable address, and I'm sure all the students will benefit greatly by your address. I also wish to place on records our sincere appreciation and thanks to the members of the jury, mentors, sponsors, members of Manthan Committee for their excellent and unstinted support in making this a grand and unforgettable event. Our hearty thanks to all the organizations and companies that have sponsored and released advertisement in the Manthan 2023 souvenir. The support added value to the success of this program. I wish to thank all the dignitaries, senior officials, past president, member of the FKCCI, and other distinguished invitees who are present here. I'm delighted to thank all the directors, HODs, and students who have assembled here for the various colleges. I also heartily thank our friends from the print and electronic media. On this note, I request this vote of thanks be carried out with acclamation. Thank you.